Alright guys, good morning and welcome back again to more Trails through Daybreak 2. We got 2 new side quests we'll be working on today, and we'll see how it goes from there. So if anything else, I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for love and support. Let's carry on. Alright guys, welcome back again. We're about to kickstart things off with a little bit of a side quest again. Alright, the artist. Somebody had the bright idea to vandalize one of my ships recently. I know, I should probably report this to the police, but blowing a gasket over something so trivial will get you nowhere in this city. That's why I'd like to let the perpetrator off with a warning, as well as a chance to strain out their life. Would you mind helping me find them? If you're interested, I'll be waiting at the far west end of the wharf. Wilmer. Oh, we got one already, huh? Okay. Wilmer, where... Over there. Okay, then who's this? What's this green marker over here? Excuse me. You didn't happen to run into an actor in that inn just now, did you? An actor? Is she talking about Judith? I swear I saw him sneaking in just a minute ago. Oh, aren't you? Oh crap. You know, now that you mention it, I think they were doing some filming over by the harbor during the day. Maybe it's worth checking over there. Honestly, I'd be pretty surprised if some big-name movie star was holed up in an inn like this. Yeah, I guess you're right. And it is dark out here, so maybe I mistook him for someone else. Sorry for the bother. Oh, sounds like I wasn't her target. I wonder who she was talking about then. Maybe it really was just a case of mistaken identity. Who knows? There's at least one person that comes to mind, though. You talk about Aaron? He's an actor. Alright. I want to check that out, but I also kind of want to do the other one first. It's the choices, man. It's the choices. But it's cool, I guess. Oh, are they all intersecting? I think they are. I mean, I guess we'll find out anyway, right? Let me see. I can wait. I can go down this way and out. Alright. And look at you, dude. What are you clapping for? Oh, I get to avoid that for
The
now.
ocean seems kind of eerie at night, don't you think?
Probably was much worse when Almada was still kicking.
Alright, well, look at the vandalization of that. That's a pretty good art style, though. I don't know. I wouldn't be offended by it. I mean, it does seem a little out of place, though, but I get it. You must be the guy we're looking for. Arkwright Solutions. We're here about the request you posted. Well, if it isn't the Spriggan, thanks for coming. Alright, let's step to it. Why don't you start by giving us some more info about your request? Your note said you wanted to catch somebody who's been spraying paint in your boats. That's right. It's turning into a real problem. You see, I run a number of different businesses and we use my ships for foreign trade. But, just take a look at this one. That sure is something. Kinda impressive, honestly. They did it so quickly, too. One of my employees stepped away for just a moment, then there it was. Artistically speaking, it's very well done. Yeah, but I get why you wouldn't want a skull mark on a foreign trade vessel. Sounds like somebody was trying to grief you. I don't mean for this to sound accusatory, but is it possible you wronged someone recently? No, I don't believe I have. Not that everything's smooth sailing all the time, but things have been pretty stable in Mesoldom for a while now. However, I have heard a few rumors recently. Apparently, this exact style of graffiti has become quite the common sight in the area, even in public spaces. I suspect that whoever's responsible for those is also the one who did this to my ship. Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess we did see some graffiti around town earlier. Still, if it's really that big of an issue, why haven't you taken this to the police yet? Right, it seems a bit odd to reach out to a Spriggan for help. Given the nature of the image, the culprit could easily be held on charges of both property damage and slander. I suppose that's a fair question. But if something like this were enough to rile me up, I'd never be able to do business in Mesoldom. Thing is, even with Almada out of town, crime is still pretty high around here. Getting the law involved is a good way to build grudges. By going to a Spriggan, I'm trying to prevent any future retaliation. Is it really that dangerous around here? I guess you can never be too careful about your livelihood. Agreed. If I hadn't heard about Arkwright Solutions, I'd be in a world of trouble right now. Anyway, given the situation, if you find the suspect, I'd like to let them off with a simple reprimand. That is, if they agree to help clean their art off my ship. What do you say? Do you think you can help me? Well, it does sound like our kind of job, still. I'm not too sure about this one, but should we just go ahead and accept anyway? I mean, yeah. Alright, deal. We'll take your case. Thank you so much. I'm in your debt. Oh, and just so you know, the rumors didn't specify anything about what the artists look like. That being said, I believe I've heard they work almost exclusively at night. Using the dark to stay hidden, huh? Makes sense. Sounds like now's a good time as any to start investigating then. Yeah, let's head to the back streets first. If somebody's slinking around at night, we'll probably find them there. I suppose it is where we most likely will find our next lead. Well, look at the time. I have some work I need to attend to, so I'll leave you all to it for now. Would you mind giving me a call if you find anything? Feel free to ring me whenever. Will do.
Let's get this party started.
So the goal is to find some graffiti artists painting around in the middle of the night? Alright, well, I'll avoid that red marker for now, unless it becomes unavoidable. But I already get it. Look at this here. And supposedly he's already on to our right. Oh, there's two now. Interesting.
Hey, big boy. Wanna have a little fun?
Oh. Sure looks a lot like the art we saw on that ship. Let's ask these guys about it. Hey, you got a minute? We have a few questions about that piece over there. Huh? Haven't seen you around here before. Sure. You guys like it too, huh? Yeah, it's really impressive. It's incredible. Was this done with spray paint? I doubt a public wall is the best place to be doodling, though. What'd you just say? Look, it's not just doodling, alright? It's graffiti. Sorry. It's alright, Katra. Graffiti's still kind of an on-the-rise thing. I heard about it before, but this is my first time seeing a piece so up close and personal. Yeah, it's pretty avant-garde. You guys really seem to know your stuff. Can you just feel the heat pouring off this thing? The subtle messaging? When the world's trying to rein you in, you gotta break yourself out. Huh? I thought this was about causing havoc and wrecking shit. What? Man, this is exactly why I don't associate with uncultured losers like you. What you just say to me? You're cruising for a bruising, pal. I didn't know you guys were from the 90s, but okay. Hey, hold on, guys. To each their own, alright? So I'm guessing you two didn't make this. No, the real artist actually painted right over a piece of our own. I'm sorry to hear that. It's whatever. Just something that happens around here. Only so many places in town that'll let us do art on their walls anyway. It's kinda like a turf battle, but for artists. Of course, if somebody paints over our stuff with something lame, we'd probably just beat their ass. But when it's this good, well, you just gotta deal with it. You know, I kinda like their attitude. We have a little unspoken rule like that. That's just how we roll around here. But this newbie doesn't seem to have figured that out yet. Newbie? Like I was saying before, there's places where graffiti's allowed and places where it ain't. See, a long time ago, there was this group of punks that liked to paint wherever they wanted. But then, they got sued by the tourism department. That's why we have a rule to only graffiti in places where it ain't gonna cause problems. This newbie doesn't seem to care though. They're spray painting people's homes and everything, even the ones on the main street. This sounds like he could be our culprit. I'm having trouble reading these days, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, the description is practically a perfect match for the rumors. Huh? What are you talking about? Sorry, don't mind them. We're looking for someone that's been... doing some graffiti around town. Any idea where we can find this newbie you were talking about? Never even met him ourselves. Not sure if they're just super stealthy or what. What we do know is that they're apparently pretty young. Now that you mention it, I did see some new graffiti over at the park when I last came through. Looked pretty fresh. Maybe you guys might want to try over there. That's a pretty good lead. Thanks, guys. The park's just up the stairs from here, right? Let's go check it out. Alright. I guess we'll find out who the new artist is. I guess we'll find out who the new artist is in town. Oh, speaking of. He was right. The paint's not even dry yet. They must have just been here. This one's just as impressive as the last. Yeah, you can really tell they have a gift for art. I guess some people are just drawn to this kind of thing. It kind of feels like there's a longing to be free. Honestly, if you showed this to an appraiser, I bet they'd tell you it was worth a load of money. You can put a price on a wall? I never even considered. Wait, if that's true, don't you think the art could increase in value of Wilmer's boat then? I mean, assuming the culprit really is the newbie they were talking about. Yeah, it's possible. You know, from our client was talking, it sounded like he'd been in Mezzaldom for a long time. Given its reputation for culture, what with all the commerce, sightseeing, movies, and ballet, it seems kind of odd that he wouldn't know about the graffiti scene, or how valuable it could be. Maybe he's just not into art. I mean, it probably just looks like scribbles to some people. Besides, I'm sure having a skull painted on the side of your trade vessel isn't very good for business. Yeah, guess you got a point there. Or, our client is leading us on, as per usual with these types of situations. Huh, looks like somebody's coming this way. Let's hide. If we're lucky, this might be our little artist friend. Hide? Where exactly? Oh, let's try those stairs over there. Oh, it's a young girl. What's a young girl doing out here at this hour, and all by herself? Seems like she's interested in that piece of graffiti. Oh, those punks really freaked me out earlier. I think I'm in the clear for now, though. Just gotta add a bit more shading here, and perfect. What am I even doing wasting all my time on this? I must be stupid or something. Ah, well, at least it helps me get all that pent-up energy out of my system. Looks like she's getting ready to leave. It seems like she's pretty good at avoiding people. My guess is she'll take off if we try to approach her now. Let's wait for her to get wherever she's going. I'll try to talk to her when she's less guarded. Oh, it's gonna be one of those moments again, huh? Follow the graffiti artist. Okay. Yep. I know. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, we're gonna go. Keep our pace. We're fine. There's our next scene right here. Okay. Where are you going off to, little girl? You gonna spray paint another wall? Is that your goal? Alright. Oh, too much. Uh-oh. Where you going? Where you going? Down the steps. Alright, let's not lose you. Oh. Alright. Well, you seem to be going along just fine. Just walking along, ignoring everything else. Minding my own business. Don't run too close, and go. Woo! That was close. That could have been bad. Even though I'm right here, but whatever. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know where you're... What's your angle here? Like... Okay, well, I guess we found you. Whew. Hey there. Cool one out tonight, isn't it? Huh? Who the heck are you guys? Arkwright Solutions. We're what you might call fixers. There's a job we're on right now, and we're kind of on the lookout for somebody. Listen, all we ask is that you hear us out. If you don't like what we have to say, we'll just tell our client we couldn't find them. But we're gonna need you to be honest with us. Let's start with the most pressing question. You're the one that did the graffiti in the park, right? You wouldn't be asking if you hadn't seen me. Yeah, I did it. What's it to you? Alright, let's move on to the question number 2 then. Did you graffiti a skull into one of the ships in the harbor recently? Yeah, I think I did that one earlier this evening. The ship was so big, it's like it was made to be a canvas. You seem pretty proud of it. Sounds like we got our culprit alright. The guy who owns the boat is looking for the person who's taken to decorating it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to come with us. Huh, whatever. He just wants me to clean it off, right? Pretty funny that he'd send fixers after me for something so small. Don't you think you should be a little bit more remorseful, young lady? You're lucky he wants to resolve things peacefully. He could have called the police, you know? When you make a mess for somebody else, you gotta apologize for it. Yeah. I thought I'd try and make a break for it, but it sounds like that'd just make things worse. What a pain. By the way, what's your name? I'd like to let your parents know what's going on. My name's Kisada. I ain't got any parents. Oh, I didn't mean to... Huh. And since you'll probably ask, I ain't got a home either. I'm a stowaway from Northumbria. Only landed in Messeldom a few weeks ago. What? A stowaway? Makes sense. Northumbria was in a pretty sorry state after the whole salt pail incident. But ever since they declared independence from the Empire's support for their rebuilding efforts has been on the rise. That's what I've heard too. It seems like an odd time to stow away though. Oh sure, everybody else was in good spirits. Must have been nice to get a fresh start. But I couldn't stand it. Everything felt so suffocating. My dad died when I was young. And for a long time, it was just me and my mom. But then 5 years ago, oh no. She had a rare disease. And it was getting worse. There wasn't much the doctors could do, so they just put her on the bed rest. But that's when the Northern War happened, and the Empire invaded Northumbria. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they even declared it a province of the Empire. That's right, and for better or worse, they started reconstruction on Northumbria under their rule. After the war, a lot happened. We declared independence and life got easier for lots of people. And everyone who needed a doctor could finally get one. But as reconstruction went on, Mom kept getting worse and worse. The doctor said it was because she didn't get the treatment she needed from the start. And then, at the end of last year, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to make you go through all that again. Huh, I don't need your pity. That was such a quick turn. My mom always talked about wanting to live overseas someday. I think Calvert was the place she wanted to visit the most. She used to go on and on about all the legends you guys have here, like Grimcat and stuff. Said it sounded like an interesting place. Did she? So I figured now that I was on my own, what better place to go? But all these people here got it so good, it kinda ticks me off. Anyway, once I learned about graffiti, I just started doing it to pass the time. Nothing more to it than that really. And now here you are. Is it your story or mine? Whatever, it's fine. Just go talk to that ship guy so we can get this over with. Sounds to me like there's a little more going on here than just some graffiti. Let's deal with the request before we cross that bridge. Sounds good to me. I'll get in touch with our client. Van put in a call to Wilmer and gave him a quick explanation of everything that had happened. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting a little girl to be the culprit. I don't care if it's graffiti or whatever you call it, but you can't just go around drawing on other people's property. Ugh. Hey, aren't you gonna apologize? Sorry I painted on your boat. Apology accepted. Now, as long as you agree to help us paint over the drawing, we'll consider the matter settled. Whew, I'm glad that was the end of it. Even Van's like, uh-huh. As for the rest of you, you have my sincere thanks. I'll have to walk her through the repainting process, so I'm afraid it's a goodbye for now. Again, thanks for all your help. Van pat Kisara on the shoulder. It's not going to be easy. Make sure you do a good job, alright? Hey! Go getting all touchy, you creep. Well then, with that, let me show you to our warehouse. He put a tracking device on her. Hey, where are we going? I thought we were headed to the boat. You didn't really believe that, did you? I assume that means you don't understand the gravity of your actions then. Allow me to explain. You see, the material used to coat the outer shell of my ship is of incredibly high quality. Your worthless graffiti has damaged it irreparably. I thought he said I'll have you. No. I'll have to pay roughly 10 million mira to see it repaired. Did you really think something like that could simply be painted over? How would I know? You stupid. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Learn how to speak to your betters, you damn punk! My apologies. Now, how do I get you to pay for this mess? Oh, I know. You can work for my company. Huh? Yes, that's an excellent idea. You can be our exclusive in-house artist. You know, I actually have a few contacts in the art world as well. I'm sure they'd be more than willing to pay for your work. Ah, yes. One amicable solution. So what do you say? Ah, you're gonna use her and then make money off her art. You poor bastard. Well, I need an answer. Alright, I'll do it. Then we have a deal. Pleasure doing business. Of course things turned out like this. I always get the shortest end of the stick. These people, the guys that just toss me aside. I hate them all. Now, let me take you to the room I prepared for you. Don't worry, you'll be guaranteed food, clothes, and shelter. You'll never need to take a step out of my sight for the rest of your life. Sorry, but I don't think I'll be letting this one slide, Wilmer. The Spriggan. As much as I appreciate your help from earlier, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. Trespassing isn't not an act I take lightly. I think we'll be staying right here, actually. Especially after what we heard through the bug I placed on Kisara. You placed a bug on me? Is that why you patted me on the back? Did you now? And I assume you have a reason for going to such lengths? Sure do. See, when we first approached you about your request, you were talking like you've been in Mezzodome for a while. And if that's true, there's no way you wouldn't have already noticed. Kisara's art is crazy good. So good, in fact, that if someone were to sell it, they'd no doubt make a good deal of Mira. Huh? Plus, you were pretty quick to declare that recent outbreak of graffiti and the art on your boat were done by the same person. That's because you have a keen eye for artists. While I appreciate the compliment, I think you might be overstating things. Did I not say that graffiti is all scribbles to me? We heard what you said about having your contacts in the art world by Kisara's work. I'm afraid there's no coming back from such a contradiction. Just admit it, Wilmer. This entire time, your goal has been to find some unknown uber-talented graffiti artist and use her as your personal cash cow, wasn't it? And that's not even to mention the lie about the damages being 10 million Mira. That's just what Kisara's art would sell for. I'm only connecting the dots because Van said something to me earlier, but Wilmer's come up on a suggested target in my fandom thief files in the past, which means now's my chance. I can't believe it took me so long to notice, though. So what? We already agreed to settle things, with her approval too. The way I see it, you have no right to complain. Well, you didn't get that in writing either, so, I mean, you know, you don't have much. She only agreed because you threatened her. If you're thinking of reporting me to the police, I would reconsider. After all, doing so would likely place the blame squarely on your own shoulders. I mean, think about it. You illegally barged into my warehouse, assaulted me, and even attempted to steal all my valuables. You think they'll believe something like that? Well, you said it yourselves. I've been in business in Mezzodome for quite some time. I've got a certain amount of sway around here, enough to cover up any mistakes even. Now, it's high time you meddlers saw your way out. I think. Don't you agree? What are we gonna do, Van? We can't just let him go. We'll lose out if we keep pushing. None of our normal methods are gonna work here. That said, I'm not exactly keen on letting scheming old men get their way. Guess the only thing we can do now is leave it in her hands. Her? What was that? A card? It can't be. If evil hides in the darkness, then my justice will be a shining light. Grimcat, your service. I've come to take a special treasure from a certain villain. Grimcat? Isn't she just some silly legend? What do you mean a special treasure? Are you talking about this girl? You're delusional if you think I'll lose to you. What? Recovery successful. When did you... Could it really... Hold on. What exactly is happening here? Don't worry. You can leave the rest to me. Not too shabby. So that's who he was talking about. Listen up. From this moment on, this child is mine. You try to take my things and you better be prepared for retribution. I'll steal your entire fortune and spread it all across Mesodom. Don't think you can intimidate me with your bluffing. Want to try me? For starters, how about I take all the mirror you piled up from not paying your taxes? Then, I think I'll take your secret account book and parade around town. It's hidden behind a door that can only be opened by a single key, right? One that's on you at all times? How could you possibly know that? Are you truly a phantom thief? Seems like you still don't understand the position you're in. I take it that means your status and ill-gotten gains mean less to you than I thought. No, please, wait. You win. I just have to pull back from the girl, right? How half-hard can you get? Say it with your chest or not at all. Damn it. Alright. I swear I'll leave her alone. I'll never interact with the kid ever again. Are you happy now, thief? You act too big for your britches, but fine. I suppose I'll accept. Pray we never run into each other again, criminal, and thus, I bid you adieu. Grimcat then picked up Kisara, jumped out of the warehouse, and disappeared into the dark of the night. Damn it! Damn it all! How did that Grimcat end up finding her way here? Everything was going so well. Well, that's the end of that. We can just leave this guy here. Let's get going. Yeah, right behind you. That was a little too simple. Whew. I thought my heart was going to explode back there. I never thought I'd actually get to meet Grimcat, though. And she even saved me. Yeah, it's a miracle she managed to show up, right, Judith? Come on, don't need to act all sulky about things. I wouldn't be acting so sulky if someone didn't wait until the last second to give me the signal. You guys didn't happen to see where she ran off to after she brought me outside, did you? She told me to wait for you all to show up. Are you friends of hers or something? Huh? Oh, no, not us. That'd be crazy. Let's just say we bumped into her a few times. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, I wanted to thank you all for coming to rescue me, I mean. I still can't believe that old guy was such a creep, though. And I screamed like such a little girl, too. Ugh. Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, I was pretty freaked out myself. Let's just be glad that everything worked out in the end. Look at that dog in the background. Look at him. Where's his owner? Is he a stray? Oh, I almost forgot. Grimcat gave me a message to pass along. That dog's distracting me. Huh? What did she say? She said I may have told him that you were mine, but the truth is, you're free now. Oh, that's a little sad to hear. You think so? Why is that? Don't worry, it's alright. She's done more than enough for me already. I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess the world isn't such a bad place after all. I wish I knew how to thank her for saving me. Maybe I'll try giving some more thought to my future. I've kind of been doing whatever I felt like since coming to Mesodom, but it might just be time for a change. Sounds like a good plan to me anyway. And if there's anything we can do while we're in the area, just give us a holler. We give some pretty good discounts to our success stories, you know? Can't let the act down for a minute, can you, Van? Thanks. I appreciate it. And with that, the curtain closed in the case of the creative culprit. With the reward they got from Wilmer in hand, Van and the others went back to preparing for their big heist.
That's all, folks.
Reward deposited.
Oh, it's both law and chaos this time. Understandably so, though. Hey, buddy. What? Can I pet you? Hey. I wish I could pet you. Alright, well, let's do a quick save for now. That was awesome. Okay. What is that one over here? Is this another side quest? Oh, dude, scared the crap out of me. Alright, that's my fault for not looking both ways. I understand. But still, come on, man. Ah. Alright, what is going on here? Oh, sir, could I bother you for a second? Something wrong? Well, kind of. You see, we had a young man come by to check into one of our rooms a little while ago. Dad was busy at the time, so I decided to take care of it for him. The man had this stylish brown hair, and when his sunglasses dipped down a bit, I could see he had these really gorgeous green eyes. Brown hair and green eyes? There's no way it's not him. So, what about the guy? He asked for a corner room, one next to a room that was already occupied. He even specified that he would prefer that the neighboring room be one without any women present. So I ended up putting him in the room right next to yours. Those are some pretty specific requests. Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen by anyone, and it struck me as a little suspicious. I thought about asking him what was going on, but I wasn't sure if I should or not. Nah, if you thought it was suspicious, there's no need to involve yourself further. Was he alone? Yes, he's been shut up in his room ever since he arrived. Got it. I think I'll be a good neighbor and check in on him then. Some of what you said has me a little concerned. Alright, well, what's this about? This is his room, right? Hello? Anybody there? I'm the guy staying in the room next door. You guys... You got a sec to talk? You said you're from the next door? What can I do for you? The young lady that checked you in told us a little bit about you. Said it seemed like you had something bothering you. She was pretty concerned. Now, I don't mean to meddle, but... I see. I can understand why my behavior would come across as odd. But I'm sorry. I'd really prefer not to bother you with the issue. Well, if you can't talk to a stranger, how about a coworker? Judith! It sounds like whatever's going on is part of why you were late to filming. I see. Now I understand why you're here. Let me introduce myself then. My name is Ethan Smith. I'm an actor, and I came to Mezzodome for filming. However, as you already know, I happened to miss today's shoot. By the way, Judith mentioned that you took my place during filming. Well, you know how Director Gotti is. When he makes a request, there's no getting out of it. And I wasn't so much taking your place as I was just filling in for a bit. Definitely not planning a career change anytime soon, that's for sure. Besides, seeing you up close, I think it's fair to say your face is far more suited to the big screen than mine is. Actually, now that I think about it, I read about you in a magazine article recently. You're one of the hottest upcoming stars of 1209. Maybe not too upcoming given today. Well, I don't think you disrupted the schedule as much as you think you did. Mr. Gotti said they'd only need to do a few partial retakes. You think so? Huh. By the way, how exactly do you three know each other? I guess the best way to put it is that I was one of Mr. Arkwright's former clients, and I'm one of his assistants. Putting that aside though, why don't you tell us the reason you didn't show up today? I heard it was because you weren't feeling well, but that wasn't true, was it? Well, you see, it's just... Listen, I get that sometimes there are good reasons for skipping work, but I'm going to be real disappointed if you keep trying to hide the truth from us, especially with you acting all fidgety like that. After all said and done, we're colleagues. If you can't trust me, then what does that say about our working relationship? Alright, I get it. It's just... By the way, here's my card. We do lots of behind-the-scenes work if you catch my drift. Arkwright Solutions? I didn't know people like you really existed. I think I understand how you met them now. I mean, that's the short of it, but yeah. If you can't go to the police or the guild, we're the guys you call. And if that's how you describe your particular problem, we might just be able to help you. guess if rumors have already spread about my absence, it's only a matter of time. Alright, I'd like you to help me drive off a stalker. A stalker? Hey, keep your voice down. She used to be just another fan, but around the time I started getting popular, she began showering me with letters and gifts. Not only was she sending them to my agency, but she somehow managed to get them sent to my personal address too. Then I started feeling like I was being watched everywhere I went. Sounds like we're already outside the realm of a little celebrity crush then. Me being late today was because I was having trouble giving her the slip. I'm positive she's followed me to Mesolum. You know, I've heard a little about the mental state of stalkers before. When facing rejection from the object of their affections, not only will most people turn inward, they'll assume they did something wrong. But with stalkers, it's the opposite. They'll get angry at the other person for not reacting the way they want them to. It's textbook narcissism. If she's already that far gone, maybe it would be better to get the police or the guild involved after all. Well, I considered it, but it's not like she tried to kill me or anything. And I don't want this to go public either. It could end up driving my fans away. But I can't afford to keep holding up production because of this. I just need a way to sort this out amicably. I think this stalker of yours might benefit from a consequence or two personally, but if that's what you want. Anyway, are you going to take this case, Ben? Actor Malefactor. Apparently a stalker's been harassing an actor named Ethan, and he's asking us to do something about it. Sure. When have I ever turned down a subquest? Alright, we'll do it. So, any idea what this stalker looks like? No, I'm not really sure. I've never actually seen her up close before. All I know is that she's a woman. I assume that's because she's trying to be stealthy, but although Ethan himself hasn't seen her, it's entirely possible someone else has. Like someone on the film crew, for instance. Should we start with them? Good idea. Let's go see what they have to say. I think the crew's doing some teardown work by the movie theater right now. Oh, by the way, has your manager tried doing anything about this? She's actually outside the inn right now trying to keep an eye out. Not that she knows what the stalker looks like either, though. Oh, and I did have one other request for you. I'd like to keep this private. Don't worry about that. It's not exactly our first trip around the block. That's good to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble, but I really appreciate you doing this for me.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Okay, we got a topic to use. We're going to be talking to some of the crew members on the movie set. Let me go. Where are you hiding, guys? Okay, cool. That's the same car. I get the feeling you want to hurt me. Oh, wrong button. Filming in the winter chill is rough, but it makes for a gorgeous backdrop. It's one of the pros of filming on location. Each place in every season brings new sights to see. Yep. But what about the topic?
Let me ask you something.
A suspicious looking woman, huh? Don't think I've seen anyone like that around, have you? Nope, I was too focused on packing up. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings either. Maybe she didn't come this way. Or maybe my assumption was off. Sorry we couldn't be more help. Have you tried asking inside the movie theater? Couldn't hurt to try. Good point. I guess it's worth a shot. Thanks for your help. Okay, yeah. Can we also watch a free movie while we're at it? You know, part of the investigation?
Let me ask you something.
Receptionist Esta. A suspicious looking woman? No, I don't believe I've seen anyone like that. Several women have come up to the ticket counter, but they all seem rather normal to me. And no one's been asking around about someone in the lobby or anything. I don't believe so. They would have stood out to me otherwise. Alright. Thank you. Then I guess you didn't come into the theater either. Looks like we still don't have any leads. I have Theo and Zeros running in reconnaissance, but they also haven't picked up any clues. Hello? What's up, Ethan? I've got good news. My manager said she managed to get a picture of the stalker. I'll have her bring it over to you right now. I hope it helps. Sounds like just the lead we've been looking for. Well, how would you know? You don't know what she looks like. You don't know if the person in the picture is the stalker. Hello, you're the Spriggan, right? Ethan told me all about you. I'm his manager. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Well, we got nothing to show for it yet, so you might want to save your thanks for later. Ethan said you have a picture of the stalker. Would you mind sharing it with us? Yes, I was just barely able to get a shot of her. Take a look. How funny would it be if the manager was the stalker? She seems really normal. Maybe even a little uptight. Doesn't really strike me as the stalker type. I didn't think so either, but appearances can always be misleading. There's no doubt that she's the one that's been following Ethan around. Now I'll be heading back to the inn to check on him. It's you, isn't it? Please keep us informed of anything else you find. Of course, we always see a job to the end. She seems to take her job pretty seriously. I'm sure the situation must be awfully stressful though. Anyway, it looks like this picture was taken outdoors. Let's check around outside the theater. I don't know. What if that girl's innocent and it's the manager? How crazy would that be? How about you, sir? Wrong button again. But you know, feeling the sweat drip off your brow after a hard shift at work ain't so bad.
Let me ask you something.
Have you seen this woman by any chance? Huh? You know, actually, I think I saw someone like her on my delivery route earlier. We crossed paths on the stairs going down to the park nearby. The park, is it? Let's go take a look. I'm not totally sure it was her, though. It was pretty dark, so I had trouble making out what she looked like. No worries. You've been a big help. Thank you. Sure. Hope you find her. He's like, I don't know what you guys are looking for her for, but, I mean, hope things go well. Alright, we found another one. Good to know. Alright, lady. Oh, not yet.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, that lady. Yeah, I've seen her. She was hard to miss the way she kept turning around and looking all over the place. It was like she was lost or something. Do you have any idea which way she went? Just down those stairs over there. Was she headed for the back streets? Not really the safest place for a woman by herself. She wasn't alone, actually. There was another lady with her. Strictly speaking, it looked to me like the second lady was tailing the first one. She headed down the stairs too. I guess Ethan's manager finally caught up with her. Thanks for the info. Let's hurry before she gets away. Let's find out what this is all really about. What is it, Zeros? Vital signs detected. Vital signs? Hey, this is the woman in the picture. Wait a minute, what gives? If she's the one we're after, then... Huh? Looks like somebody got the drop on her. Are you alright? Yes, I think I'm starting to feel a bit more clear-headed. Sorry to do this while you're still recovering, but we're gonna need to ask you a few questions. You're Ethan's real manager, right? That's correct. I have my business cards if you need I was right! Ha! No, that's alright. The picture you showed us is proof enough. I see now. The stalker secretly took the picture of Ethan's manager on the right. Which means the girl we met in the theater lobby was the real stalker. She originally approached me by saying she wanted to talk about Ethan. I tried to shake her off by winding through the back streets, but we got into a fight and... bad news. I can't get in touch with Ethan. We need to head back to the inn. I'm coming too. Also, it's been bugging me, but what exactly are you doing here, Judith? There's no time for that right now. We'll explain later. The group rushed back to Ethan's room only to find it completely empty. Well, surprise, surprise. However, someone at the inn informed them that he had left with a well-dressed woman. Ethan. I know stalkers aren't exactly rare in our line of work, but I never expected her to go this far. We better hurry up and find them. There's no telling what she'll do next. Yeah, we just had some kind of real lead on which direction they went. Hey, what's with that stain on your foot? Oh, that. She stomped on my foot when we were fighting earlier. On your foot? Wait, that's it. We just need to read the pattern left from the sole of her shoe. Good idea. Then we can use a short search to track her. You can do that? Footprints are very specific. They reveal a lot about a person's style, their gender, even the way they walk. Let's have Theo take a sample of that print. Sorry, it'll only take a second. Oh, sure, of course. Analysis complete. Adding visual representation to shard search imaging. That should do it. We should be able to see where her footprints lead now. Now it's not just to follow her tracks. Leave the rest to us. We can't risk taking you into... No, I want to go too. My agency's problems are my responsibility. Well, you got guts, that's for sure. Alright, let's go. Where's the... Oh, there it is.
Something's there. Do a shard search.
There it is. There it is. What? Oh, okay. I almost didn't spot it. I was like, where are you guys? Oh, I see it right here. Did it go down? The footprints were here. Went here. It... What? It didn't go down here. Did it go further away from... Oh, there it is. Okay. It's in the lighthouse? There they are. Where the hell did you get that combat knife? Stay back! Ethan! Looks like you all figured out things pretty quickly. Don't try to interfere. Ethan and I have something very important to discuss. Please help me! Look, just calm down. We can talk about this. This is exactly why I didn't want anyone else to get involved. Look what you've done, Ethan. All I wanted was for us to talk things out, just the two of us. There's nothing to talk about. You claim to be a fan, but then you go and do something like this? You're crazy! Ethan, wait, don't antagonize her. Look, just back away from him and we won't have to get the police involved. Our client doesn't want that anyway. Surely you're not willing to throw your life away for one man, are you? What do you know? I believed in him, but then he just threw me away like garbage. At least if we both die here, we'll be together for eternity. Right, Ethan? What the hell? Threw you away? Wait a minute. Wasn't she just a fan? That's... don't listen to her. She's completely flipped her lid. Just hurry up and get me out of here. Actually, I think we should hear what else she has to say. You may have made a different request, but I'm the one who gets to decide how it's carried out. I was a fan at the start anyway, but he seemed to shine so brightly I ended up falling for him. And then I wanted more. So I sent my contact info in one of my fan letters. I even tried to get his attention at one of the events he was at. And he finally started to recognize me. We even had dinner together one time. Stop! Please stop talking! Ethan told me he loved me. He told me I was important to him. To hear him say those words, it made me feel so warm inside. But eventually, he didn't want to see me anymore. He wouldn't answer my calls. That never happened. None of that ever happened. I don't even remember your name. I didn't mean that. Oh, so Ethan is an ass. So what did you mean, Ethan? That you took advantage of a fan? This is a lot different from what you told us at the start. And so what if I did? I'm a young single guy. Why shouldn't I be allowed to have some fun once in a while? Ever since I got popular, I've been so busy all the time. I just wanted someone to take my mind off work for a while. And you You got to play romance with a celebrity. Don't act like you didn't get anything out of all this. Wow, dude, you are something else. I can't believe you. And you're ready to commit murder over this dumpster fire? That's ridiculous. You don't need to keep letting this guy hurt you any more than he already has. So please, just put the knife down. I can't. Don't you see? I've done so much for him. There's no going back now. Lady? How much did you do for him, really? Stop! Don't come any closer! How should I deal with this? Catch her off guard? Suggest she leak her story? Let fate decide. I'm assuming the first one is lawful. The other one is, because I know the third one is chaos. I kind of want to have her just leak her story, you know? But I'm also curious to see how it plays out too. Because I'm not gonna catch her off guard. I could, but I also feel like that. Well, okay, realistically, you need to handle this with a lot of care because a lot of things could go wrong. There's too many variables in this situation. But right now, I'm more leaning towards leaking the story or let fate decide. I'm so torn. Just leak the story. Hey, I got a proposal for you. This memory quartz here contains a recording of our entire conversation. Think of it as a trump card that could deal a severe blow to this guy's career. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you. But only on the condition that you leave him alone. Huh? What? When do you have time to prep that? I also happen to know the editor-in-chief over at the Meld magazine. They're a pretty famous tabloid. I can introduce you to him if you'd like. You're encouraging her to leak this to the press? But I'm the one that hired you. How could you betray me like this? You asked us to get rid of your stalker problem, right? Sounds to me like we're still in line with our agreement, don't you think? How could you be so cruel? Please, don't. I'll admit it, okay? I screwed up. Is it Mira you're after? I'll give you however much you want. I'll take the quartz. No, don't do it! Oh, you're gonna get smacked. This can't be happening. Please do something. I'll be ruined. You brought all of this on yourself. You're gonna have to crawl your way back to the top. I suppose the agency and I will do our best to support you. But I can't ignore the truth of what you've done. I suggest you think long and hard about your mistakes. Wow, your agency is still pretty forgiving. I thought you'd get fired. Are you sure? Yes. I want you to hold on to it. I'm ready to wash my hands off this mess. But this doesn't feel right. Please, if there's anything I can do to compensate you for the trouble. It's okay. I really don't need anything. Besides, I don't think we'll ever meet again. I'll be heading back home in the morning. So long. That memory quartz is a spare, by the way. Feel free to do what you want with it. Thank you for saving Ethan. I'll be making sure he gets punished appropriately by the agency. Even if this doesn't get leaked to the press, what he did was still a breach of contract. Sounds like he's gonna have a rough time of it then. Anyway, I should be going now. I need to pick him up and head back to the hotel. It's one of those sure case fires of never meeting your heroes, huh? What the hell is this guy doing in the background? Is he praying? Or is he in trouble with his missus too? It looks like he is. I guess Ethan's probably still thinking she's actually going to leak the story, huh? I guess we'll let him simmer in fear for a little longer. Serve him right. You won't hear any objections from me.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Gray area and chaos. Look at that. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I'll be ending it here for today. I want to thank you all for watching. When we come back, we will continue on with the red markered main storyline and progress further into it. And, oh, hey dude, you're still here? Like, where you going, man? You have a place to stay? Man, I wish I could take you with me. But it's gonna have to wait. Until then, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.